Welcome everyone once again to the channel. Today we have on the 9th of March 2022, we have an update of Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies going up for a bit because of some news. Some say, others say that just the war between Ukraine and Russia pushed the Bitcoin forward as they are using it also as a payment currency. And this is very important because crypto is finally being sought by the masses and it's being accepted as a payment method, as a currency, and it's not just some internet stories and memes that are going on. This is starting to be accepted as a real thing by the global nation of the earth. Global nation of the earth. Anyways, as we can see here, Bitcoin 42 and almost 42 and 300 by 10% in 24 hours. As we can see, the verge that is going on, and let's see why. Actually, some news from the past days. Actually, if we can go right here, Ukraine crypto donations reach a plateau. 40% of the country's military supplies accepts crypto. And yes, these are some protests in Ukraine, of course, of this useless war. I think there are always other ways to do the political games as it is, but it's not my way to judge and my way to say. And before we start, guys, I want to say that this is not financial advice. You should do your own research. This is just my opinion, and I'm reading the news for you just so you can stay updated in a short period of time. And right here, if we can say, directly jumping, roughly 40% of Ukraine's military supplies accept crypto payments now. So this is a huge thing, and a lot of crypto donations by people, even on tweets, I've been reading that they're not so happy that their crypto donations are being used by, there's actually here on the statue, yes, said, I was thinking this money actually will go to help people who was injured, became homeless, lost everything. Terrible decision in the opinion of Cosmos Next, because they were donating the crypto to help the people, but they instead used it also to buy weapons. But this is, in their opinion, in the Ukrainian opinion, it's inevitable because they have to defend their territory and their nation. So in two words, this is what is written on the stage, that here for Binance, even they were doing a charity and they got up to 2.5 million that they donated to UNICEF to organize the effort for helping Ukrainian children and their families. This is a big one because a lot of families are struggling. Most of the men are set by law now in Ukraine that they have to stay to defend the territory. But if we can see that 7.5 million children are in danger, and this is a very big number, and the humanitarian crisis there is absolutely insane. It's just gonna reflect on Europe if nothing is done. And also right here, some people say they don't want to fund the war. He said, this is the Prime Minister Boryankov that is in the charge of cutting with Russia and all its attack versus the nation. And well, then you should boycott Russian business that are basically funding Putin's global terrorism. These are his words. And even Animoca Brands, which is a very huge gaming brand, entertainment company as well, that it announced it will go out of Russia with its services. So a lot of major businesses are going out, including, as you can see, MasterCard and Visa block Russian payments. And this is also a very bad thing for Russians that are living abroad. They can't do their payments and it's insane. So they're trying to make it in the indirect way. No one wants nuclear war, so this is the indirect economical way. And Boryankov also wrote the Tether, the founder of Tether, Jean-Louis van der Velde, to have also a block towards Russia with the USDT, the Tether stable coin, the most famous one. And this is pretty much for Russia and for Ukraine. We have another news right here that the Russian ruble crashes further against Bitcoin as oil sanctions loom. So basically, Russian ruble was around 80 rubles to $1 now is 120, 130, 155, 160 for the euro as to date of the 9th of March 2022. And this is just a massacre for all the economy of Russia, and in general they're trying to avoid the dollar, which is the predominant currency, by also unifying and doing an ally with China. But still, this is a very difficult task, as it seems, because Russia is really having a tough time even with its gold reserves. And this is in towards what it's saying in this article and this update. And this is the ruble trade bubble. As you can see what is going on here, it's insane. Even main banks outside in Europe or outside of Russia are blocking because of the huge exportations of funds from their banks. So Russia is really in a bad situation economically by the sanctions. As you can see, Mr. Biden issues long-awaited US executive order on crypto. This one is also a big bullish sign for Bitcoin, because if the US is starting to adopt it, this is some serious stuff. And as we can see right here directly from the takeaway, and then I'll tell you 2-3 things from the blog itself. US President Joe Biden signs first of its kind executive order on cryptocurrencies on Wednesday, directing federal agencies to coordinate their approach to the sector. And then the executive order does not lay out specific positions the administration wants agencies to adopt or impose new regulations on the sector. What does this mean? That America is finally taking into consideration and using cryptocurrencies as their method of paying, as a real financial method. And this is also due, again, when I said in the previous blogs, due to the sanctions of Russia, because they're afraid that they're bypassing the sanctions done by the West, so they cannot be stopped in their approach towards Ukraine. And here, one part of the order will direct the Treasury Department to create a report of the future of money. This is a huge one, future of money, and we know all that Bitcoin is the scarcest thing we have in the maybe human history, because the other things, oil, wheat, everything that is going out through the roof, it's pumping the prices up. It's scarce, but it's not as scarce as Bitcoin, and this is the future of money, and that's what the US Treasury it's taking into consideration, finally reporting to the masses. And right here, if we can go down, investor protections, they're explaining about Bitcoin, how it went up and down, what is the risks, of course, and they want to make a way for investors to be a more safe way. And what is this way? To make their own currency, indeed, in the federal deposit. And what will be this currency? Digital dollar from the central bank, digital currency. And even a lot of other countries right here, more than 100 countries are already looking into CBDC. CBDC, again, central bank digital currency. So it's basically a stable coin that's made on the US dollar. It's like USDT, but it's gonna be, I don't know, USD USD digital, for example, and it's gonna be made by the US government. So this is a big thing, as I was mentioning. Also, now they're taking into consideration more fast due to the Russian-Ukrainian political and war that is upcoming there, and this is one way they can stop this. As we can see right here what Bitcoin did in the last 2 or 3 days. Today it's the 9th, as we can see also, this blog is from the 9th. Bitcoin tops 41k after Yellen's crypto statement, inadvertently published early. So Yellen, for those that don't know, it's the Janet Yellen, it's the, here it is, Treasury Secretary of the US, and she posted on Monday by mistake, probably, they say, that right here. A presidential executive order on cryptocurrencies will support responsible innovation as it coordinates US policy across agencies. And this was published on Monday, then it was took down Tuesday, and on Wednesday published again when Biden said it. And right here we see all the statements that happened after that. 7% growth just from this statement in Bitcoin and others as well. One of the major ones, as we see from time to time, Luna got a 17% growth. Oh, there's here Terra Luna, look at the 16.33% in 24 hours. For those that held Terra Luna, congrats to y'all. You have a good percentage that you got today, and this is just awesome. Apart from all the news and the written stuff right here, in 2 words, this is one of those moments in history in which crypto and Bitcoin will finally start their journey into a serious currency adopted by everyone, and we will really see all these predictions about 100k and past, and in 10 years really it will be searched more than gold. It will be really, we will have the stories, oh my god, that guy has a full Bitcoin, because it's very rare, everyone will want it. And even if it doesn't have the best technology, the best blockchain, and best fast fee transactions, and whatever you want to name, it's still the first leader, the historical master, we can say, the first of its kind, and this is the value that is given to him. So we will see what brings us the future, which coin will be the main massively adopted coin, and we will just have also Bitcoin as a monument of this new human era that is upcoming. That is it from today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have some comments, some suggestions, please write them down. Let me know how you want me to approach these videos, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you very much.